It's me again. I had to pop back on here really quickly because a thought came to me that I wanted to share as I was watching the video back myself, and it has to do with evangelism. That sometimes we think that we need to bring, and this is going to sound so bizarre and again outside of the box of religious thinking, that we have to bring people to church in order to get them, to get them saved, or we need to get them to church to have that seed of the word planted, that we have to get them into the building, right? And what I was brought to my remembrance was, again, as I was sharing that story about me, staying home on Wednesdays, to watch CSI with my sister, seed being planted. Like, like Jesus, when Jesus was ministering, here on the earth, he was going to where the people were. He wasn't taking people to the synagogue. He wasn't saying, hey, come to the synagogue and let me share this with you. He was out with the people. So that thought just dropped in my spirit as I was watching this video, that other video back, was that, again, we got to get out of the thinking that, I need to invite somebody to my church, or I need to invite somebody to come to this. And it's like, well, that's great too, but it might be invite that person to dinner, invite that person to lunch, invite that person over to your house, just to chill, just to watch, an episode of The Real Housewives. I don't know, whatever that looks like for you. But again, it doesn't have to be this religious thinking of like, you got to get them to the church house. No, you don't have to do that. It's great if you do and if you can. But what I'm saying is, again, breaking that religious cycle and that mindset that says this is the way that it has to be. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't. And so, again, it could be as simple as, hey, you want to go out to lunch? Asking your coworker to go out to lunch instead of asking them to come to your church. But they don't teach us that. They teach us to bring the people to the church. Well, Jesus didn't take the people to the synagogue. Jesus went to the people. He said, go ye into all the world, not go ye into the church and tell the people and bring the people to the church. That's a whole nother message, but I digress. So I just wanted to say that to you guys because, yeah, that just really spoke to me when I was, like I said, watching that video back and thinking like, yeah, those are seeds being planted. I didn't have to badger my sister to come to church to have a better relationship with her. I didn't have to badger her and invite her every week to, sister, you want to go to Bible study with me? Sister, you want to go to church with me? You want to go to church with me? I didn't have to do that. All I had to do was sit down and watch CSI. So that's a word for somebody right there as well. Get out of that. God is challenging us this year to get outside of all of that religious thinking and that religious mindset. Get out of our own heads and get into our hearts. Get into what he's putting in our hearts, how he's leading us in our hearts. Because all that other stuff is man-made customs and traditions. And it is. I want to say 99% of it is, but a lot of it is. And so this year, God is challenging us. Hey, are you going to follow me? Would you like to know more of me? Would you like to come after me? So be led by him. Be led by him. And nothing that he's going to lead you to is going to be outside of his will. Like, he's not going to tell you to do anything that is negative. He's not going to tell you to do anything that's going to be a stumbling block to somebody else. He's not going to tell you to do anything that's going to bring sin into your life or somebody else's life. So he ain't telling you to do that. Now, if you feeling that, then maybe you need to kind of like be like, okay, Lord, is this you? But if it's just something that is like messing with your religious thinking, like, ooh, could this really be God? This seems like, okay, a good thing to do. Then go with that leading in your heart. And guess what? If it happens to be not, then guess what? He has grace to cover you. But don't get into the mindset of rejecting those things that seem like they're outside of that religious mindset. Because again, a lot of it is just man-made traditions and customs, and it has nothing to do with the heart and love of God. So I'm going to leave you with that, because I can go on and on about that topic forever. But I love you guys again, and till next time, and hopefully no more today, but I'll see you guys again. Smooches.